Woo! All right, we're back. I've been singing some show tunes here. Well, actually, Christmas tunes here. So, yeah, I know it says late night with the gringo. I know it's the middle of the day, but hey, you know what? I decided to hop on because let's talk movies, because I saw a movie last night. Wanted to give a quick review before I go to the movies again tonight to see Gladiator 2. Actually, movies in a couple hours. I might actually go see that. I'm going to sit down with my wife. But, yep, this is Mexico in the daytime. So it's a little bright. I get it. Okay, I get it. Not as dark as it usually is when I do live streams, but as well, it's really loud outside. Mexico's a loud country, so if you hear people screaming outside, that's normal. They're just trying to sell you something. Anyways, so movies. Let's talk Christmas movies. I was excited to get on the stream here and talk about Red One. I guess it doesn't come out until either later on tonight or maybe tomorrow in the United States, but it came out yesterday here in Mexico, so we went and saw it. Let me tell you something, sold out everywhere. Everywhere sold out. We had to settle for 4K or 4D or whatever they call those things. Those tickets where you're in there, it's like a roller coaster ride, which I personally not into that. Not into the roller coaster ride. Things blowing in my face. I want to see a movie. I don't want to do cardio or do ab exercise just to stay in my seat and hold on to my popcorn. But if you're into that, hey, cool. There's a lot of that. If that's your kind of theater, not mine. I prefer just relaxing, watching a movie. But as far as the movie goes, really enjoyed it. This is going to be a positive review. I'll have a couple critiques here and there. And I know there's a lot of negativity around this film. We're going to address some of that. But for me, fun movie, Christmas movie, because here's the thing. I believe that when you go see a movie, you have to have expectations for that movie, right? You go see Oppenheimer, you're expecting a certain thing, right? You're expecting this tight narrative, great cinematography, all that stuff, right? You're expecting something more artistic. You go see Red One, it's The Rock, it's Chris Evans, it's $7 entertainment, it's Amazon, it's a Christmas movie. You should be going in there going, this is supposed to be silly and fun and just enjoyable. If you're going in there looking to critique, again, narrative cohesion or character development or something like that, or like, oh, there's a plot hole. It's like, look, dude, it's a Christmas movie. Settle down, relax, have some fun. I think after the week, it's been a real stressful week. Everybody could just, go and settle and have some fun. We're going to talk about that. Like I said, I laughed at this film. I enjoyed seeing this film. It's definitely a film that when my kids arrive here for Christmas from college, if it's streaming, yeah, I'll show it to them. I'll be like, yeah, let's watch this. It'll be fun. And my wife enjoyed it, and she's a huge Christmas banana. She's one of those people who wants to put up Christmas decorations even before Halloween even hits the calendar. So she's huge into Christmas. So she loved it. I had a lot of fun. Like I said, a lot of fun, but we'll get into it. We'll get into some of the controversy around Red One that came out, especially around Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, again, I'm a Gen Xer, grew up in the Attitude Era. The Rock, I give him a lot of leeway, a little slack. I know he can be controversial. Some of the things he does, some of the things he supports, some of the things he says. I get that, but who isn't nowadays in Hollywood? But I give him a little bit of slack. But we'll talk about that, especially with the Vanity Fair interview that he gave. Some weird stuff. I don't know, weird to me, maybe not to you. Maybe you'd be like, oh, that's perfectly normal for people to do. Thank you to everyone for joining. So if you enjoy this, again, this is something new that we've been doing, this live stream. If you enjoyed this kind of thing, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share comments. I love comments. So let's start with the controversy over Red One. But like I said, if you're going to see this movie, it's a fun movie. It's silly. Go sit, have some fun Christmas time. That's exactly what I did, and I enjoyed seeing it. I had some good laughs. But Dwayne Johnson admits to being late and urinating in bottles on set. Okay, that's not really exactly a headline I ever expected to ever read about anybody, ever. But he addresses it, and the director who's directed multiple movies with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson talks about it. The guy has a workout schedule. He's very busy. He's a CEO of his own company. He's a board of directors of TKO. The guy has a lot going on. And so they have a schedule set up for him, and he works out like a madman in the morning. So sometimes he arrives a few minutes late to set. So does everybody else. It's Hollywood. As the director of the film would say, it's Hollywood. Everybody arrives a little late every now and again. He goes, nothing big. He goes, the guy is completely professional, describes him as a wonderful person to work with, really nice to everyone on set. So, I mean, kind of put that to bed and put that to rest. As far as the urinating in bottles, yes, that he does admit, Dwayne does admit to doing that to, quote unquote, save time. I don't know how much time you're saving. I mean, I can't imagine that there's a bathroom not close by or a porta potty. Maybe he doesn't like using porta potties. I know I don't like using porta potties. So it's like, communal crap hole. Maybe he doesn't want to use it. As far as whipping it out and peeing in a bottle, I'm not exactly sure how that works on a movie set. Again, probably, maybe the people like surrounding him with towels so they can't see the Johnson's Johnson. I don't know. But he pees in a bottle. Maybe he's saving his urine for something. Maybe he's using it for a science experiment. I don't know. I don't care. But he pees in a bottle. And so the movie did inflate a little bit as far as the budget is concerned, but it did not go up. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson does say it does not go up to $250 million. Again, take that with a grain of salt. I think we can all go back to the Black Adam fiasco. Now, Black Adam, that was a horrible film. It really was. This is a bad film. I didn't want it to fail. I love DC Comics. I love comics in general, but I really wanted to see Black Adam succeed and continue on. But it wasn't a good film, and it didn't deserve to succeed and move on. And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson came out, and he was trying to fudge some numbers or interpret numbers. Or say fudge. I wasn't there. I don't know. But there's a lot of controversy about how he interprets the numbers and whether the movie was successful, whether it was profitable. So I know he's got a little bit of credibility issues in that regard with certain circles, whether it's Hollywood, online, or with his fan base. So, take it with a grain of salt that the movie did not cost $250 million. I don't think it did. I've seen the movie. I don't think it's a $250 million movie. I can't see it costing that much, even with all the CGI and everything that they use and everything that they did. But it made $26 million opening day yesterday, or so far this week. And like I said, I can Red One. Everything was sold out. We on a Tuesday sold out. These are massive theaters down here because the cities in Mexico are massive cities. They're some of the most populous cities in the world. His movie was sold out and had to settle for those 4D tickets, but that didn't affect the quality of the movie. I thought it was fun. Anyways, so sold out. So I think it's going to do well internationally. I'm not sure how it seems to be getting a bad reputation in the States. I know the first trailer was met with a little bit of derision because it didn't look that great. Some people compared it to an SNL skit. Some people are seeing the early reviews, and some of them are not really good or they're tepid. And we're going to address some of the things that I've read or some of the things I've seen. So Red One. So we've gotten through the controversy. It's a fun film. It's a buddy. No, here's the one thing I'll say about it. One of the criticisms I will agree. It doesn't. It's everything. It's a buddy comedy. It's a road trip. It's a sci-fi, magic, mystery, adventure. It's quippy. It's a Christmas movie. It's got a little bit of family, a little bit of heart. It's got a little bit of action. A lot of action. So there's a lot. It just seems like it's like every genre that they could cram in there. They did it. And does it affect the film negatively? I don't think so. I mean, I can see where certain parts don't sort of, flow exactly into each other. But again, it's a Christmas movie. You get over it real quick. It's basically a Dwayne Johnson, Chris Evans vehicle. They're on screen for the majority of the time. Yeah, you got lucyliu in a minor part. J.K. Simmons, perfect casting as a muscled up Santa, by the way. Love J.K. Simmons, Oscar winner, all that. Everything he does is usually fantastic. But it's a rock Captain America thing. Now, Chris Evans does not play a Captain America character. He basically plays a Bostonian douchebag, which is close to my heart because I also am a Bostonian douchebag, although I live in Mexico now. So I can appreciate that character. I can appreciate the way in which he pulled it off. And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson just plays Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as a good guy. He doesn't really do characters. He just does himself. It's just The Rock being The Rock in his film. There's verbal sparring between the two. There's quips. There's insults. There's just back and forth like you'd expect. It's funny. Most of it lands. Most of the gags land. The CGI is pretty good for the most part. The snowman battle. Now, this is spoiler free, so I'm only going to talk about things that are I've seen online. So like the snowman battle, we've all seen the snowman on the commercial, the trailers. That got pulled off pretty well. I thought that worked out really well. Krampus, my favorite part is with Krampus. I love that they included Krampus and sort of different aspects of Christmas and different mythology around Christmas. But the way they involved Krampus was heartwarming, also funny, also inventive. I just found that whole portion of the movie and the way in which they used that character just perfect for what tone that they were going for. The main villain doesn't get a lot. I think that if there's one person where I could say, well, I wish I got more out of this, it would be the main villain. Again, I'm not going to spoil it for you, or if you already know, and I haven't seen this online, but the main villain, I wish we got more, backstory or understanding or things like that. Now, there's a lot of magic, a lot of technology that's used to do weird things. Like, you've seen the Hot Wheels car and it gets turned into a big giant, regular size Ferrari or car or whatever. They never explain that technology. I don't expect them to. I don't expect them to explain that stuff. It's like when you watch Elf. Do you care to have explained to you how Buddy gets from the North Pole walking through all the way to New York? No, you don't. You just know that he did it because it's a Christmas movie, right? You don't care. Same thing here. I don't need the film to tell me exactly how all the technology works. Why? Because it's a Christmas movie. I'm having fun. I'm going with it. And that's what you got to do. You do that, you're going to have fun watching this film. Chris Evans definitely stole the show. I mean, The Rock is funny. He does his thing, but Chris Evans steals the show. He's definitely the person who's really driving the story a lot more than any other character. Great facial expressions. Again, great chemistry between the two. I was actually surprised to see these two. I didn't think these two would have that type of chemistry, but they do. They seem to have really good chemistry. So that's Red One. I really enjoyed it. I won't say I loved it, but I really enjoyed it. Really appreciated it. Really appreciated feeling good coming out of the theater. That's what I was like last year when I saw Wonka. I remember the first thing I said walking out, I said, that made me feel like Christmas. It's that kind of experience when you go into certain movies. And Red One definitely makes it feel like it's Christmas. So it's cool. With that, thank you for chiming in. Thank you for watching. And I appreciate it. So I'll see you later tonight. From south of the border, I'm still your reluctant gringo. Salute. A huevo.